Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Paris Saint-Germain versus Inter Miami CF FIFA Club World Cup 2025 round of 16 in Atlanta. PSG, the European champions, playing Miami, the CONCACAF host team from the MLS. Teams are about to walk out. We're going to get ready to go. Our first of two Club World Cup games today, or the one we're covering today. Of course, we have two Gold Cup games today that we cover, Canada, the USA. Of course, we have the semifinal between Honduras and Mexico on the other side of the bracket, but we'll talk about that later. With that being said, Paris Saint-Germain contra Inter Miami CF, la octavos de final de la Mundial de Clubes de la FIFA. We have two teams to watch. We'll review this game once it's over. We have a game of hopefully epic proportions to play. With that being said, we move. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Starting 11s are as follows. For PSG, we have Gianluigi Donnarumma. The back four of Achraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, William Pacho, Nunes. The midfield three of Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, João Neves, Desiree Doué, Kavica Kvaratskhelia, Bradley Barcola for PSG. For Miami, in goal, Oscar Ustadi. The back four, Marcelo Weingart, Maxi Falcon, Noah Allen, Jordi Alba, Velasco Segovia, Sergio Busquets, Federico Redondo, Tadeo Allende, Lionel Messi, and Luis Suarez for Miami. PSG wearing their navy blue, Miami wearing their pink. All right. Miami wearing their pink. But how we doing? Messi hat trick today. Good for her. It'd be funny if Messi got a hat trick. He won't. He'll get a goal. He won't score a hat trick. No. They can make the semifinal. They'll lose to City. And even if they made the final, they're losing to PSG. So, semifinal at best. Lose the final. Well, I guess. No, they're not. No, not to this City team, no. No, this City team's going to kill Chelsea. No. Especially if the Palmeiras game goes to extra time as well. If it doesn't, nah, we're still getting. I mean, I'm fine with it. I like it. Weirdly enough, I get it. It's the Club World Cup. It's in the USA. I don't know if I'd like it for the main World Cup, but for a Club World Cup, brand new, I like it. In the USA, I like it. World Cup, I don't know if I'd like it for a proper World Cup, though, but if they're probably going to do it next year. But right now, I like it. I mean, what'd you expect? Wife just left for a work trip, bought a TV outside by the pool, got a cooler full of drinks, gonna get the smoker rolling soon, gonna be a great day. You're doing the triple header today. Well, it was a quadruple header, but you didn't see the F1 race. But either way, we got the Miami game, Canada, USA. That's what you mean by triple header. Flamengo and Bayern. We'll pay attention to the score. %. 10%. 10%. I think that's fair. Doué is about to destroy Messi. I think I'll say 10%. That's probably nice. I feel like it's better than 1%. It may not be 10%, but it's better than 1%. PSG, Donnarumma. Back four, Mendoh, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Vitinha. We have Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, Doué. Has to be around 1. Maybe 5. How about that? How about 5%? How about 5%? Let's meet in the middle, 5%. No, because I was watching matches, so no. Oscar Ustadi, by that I mean football matches. Jordi Alba, Noah Allen, Maxi Falcone, Marcelo Weingart, Segovia, Busquets, Redondo, Allende, Suarez, Messi. Oh, they're going 4-4-2. They're afraid. They're afraid. When do you think Dembele will come on? Honestly, he might not. He might not. I don't think it's going to get to the point where he comes on. Probably not. Yeah, it probably won't get to the point where he comes on. I'd be surprised if he comes on because I don't see PSG having to really fight for this. Because it's probably going to be an ass kicking. Why would he come on at 3-0? It was an injury, right? Mbappe was gastro. I think Dembele's a good player. I just think since he's coming back from an injury, why waste him on a game that's already over? Like, if the game's 3-0, why would you play him? That's just a one-way ticket to hurting somebody again. Now, if there's a way to change the game, if it's like 1-1, 60th minute, yeah, you put them on. Maybe 2-1 if you want to put them to the sword. Maybe. But if it's like 3-0, why would you? Like, I mean, yeah, he has to get form, but also this is a preseason tournament. If you don't have to play him, why play him? Keep him safe for later during the tournament when you need him, / during the preseason. I think there's reasons to play him if you do, but turf. Well, I would think that Atlanta rolled in a real pitch for this tournament and the World Cup. Like, you have to have real grass for the World Cup. So I would think it looks different. It looks different. So I would guess at some point they rolled in a real pitch or just played in real grass with the turf. It looks different than their regular grass or regular field at Atlanta. Looks different. So I think they did at least roll in grass. PSG to kick off. And we're off, and they're going straight at it. They kicked it out, too. That's probably one of the worst kickoffs I've ever seen. Tried to dive bomb it. Didn't really work. Okay. We're off. It's crazy. A CONCACAF team ends this round. You know, that's crazy. The round of 16 ends with a CONCACAF team on July 1st. Canada Day. Monterrey versus Dortmund. I don't know why the Canada Day thing matters, but yeah, they do. Well, one, it's a Sunday, first of all. Second of all, Miami's playing there. Third of all, yeah, they do look decent. That Chelsea game disappointed me. I hope the World Cup does better. Like, the World Cup proper does better, I would hope. But the Gold Cup attendances have been horrible too. Like, it's crazy. Yep. Wait. Chelsea was playing in Charlotte. No, they were playing in Arizona. Again, the CONCACAF games were in Arizona. I feel like I'm getting gaslit. Are we just running joking this now? It's like, it was Arizona. This is Atlanta. I feel like I'm getting gaslit. I feel like I'm getting gaslit. Probably. Well, I would agree. But again, Gold Cup is done pretty badly this summer too, which is crazy. Wouldn't shock me. You know, it wouldn't shock me if some of the games I've done, I've had more views on my stream than fans actually in the stadium for both tournaments. How crazy is that? Playing forward, PSG. How crazy is that? Hakimi. Blocked away. 245. How long can Miami hold? Probably not long. Yeah. We'll review this game once it's over. Three minutes in. Yeah, it was a Berenstain Bears situation. Maybe NFL domes just look the same. Playing forward. Shot save. I agree. But I think they said that. They basically did that already. You know what? I'm happy to see Pogba back. I'm happy to see him back. It's nice. Like the sentimentality, 10. Him as a player, I'm not sure. Probably we'll find out. I'm happy to see Pogba back, though. I think he finally went to a team he's never played for before, by the way. Pogba stopped doing the Pogback thing. It's going to be a massacre. I'm not surprised. You know, he started Man United's academy. He went to Juve. Pog back to Man United, then Pog back to Juve. And now he's at Monaco. Which, Botafogo can do it, can Miami. Totally two different situations. I mean, I think they're too steep. Okay? I think the steroid suspensions in football are too steep. 2 years is crazy. Like, that's just crazy. You play more football matches. Well, most sports, more than most sports. Baseball, header, goal! Goal for PSG! 1-0, 5 minutes in, João Neves heads it in. Yeah, there you go. Well, there you go. There's your answer. Well, there's your answer. Free kick. Oh, Fabian Ruiz might have been offside. Header. Tennessee got 3 months. Yeah, I am. 3 months, which is still about... That's normal for PEDs. Header by João Neves past Ustadi. And how ugly is this start? But PSG's been on fire to begin the game. Not surprised. Timo Werner. I'd pick him. Chelsea, Timo Werner especially. João Neves scores the goal. That is a 5-minute goal. And 6 minute. And PSG is up on Miami 6 minutes in. 1-0, 1-0. But When it comes to it for steroids, GG Miami. Miami, it was fun. Mudryk is suspended for steroids. Worst transfer of all time. Funnily enough, I still think he's better than Noni, but we'll see what happens. But also, what I'm going to say about steroids is this. MLB doesn't, at the first sight of a steroid, suspend somebody for 2 damn years. Now, steroids-wise, though, no. What, 60 games for the first offense, then like 80? Or is it a whole, or is it 100? Either way, 60 for the first offense, then you're banned on the third offense of steroids. So I think MLB does it better. I'm not sure how hockey does it, but yeah, and then Miami got scored on 6 minutes in. So it's already over. PSG's on fire already. I said 3-1 for a reason. Messi will get a goal, but it's over. It's over. PSG wants to make them bleed. PSG is saying no mercy. Well, this ain't 2005 anymore. Talk about replacements. But I don't think the MLB could do the 2-year thing because, I mean, you know what really saved the sport from dying was the steroid era. The steroid era had to happen. Because if they never let the steroid era happen, the sport would have died after the strike. They had to do the steroid era. And then Bud Selig threw everybody under the bus with the Mitchell report. You know what? That's why I'm pissed off Mark McGwire isn't in the Hall of Fame, same as Roger Clemens. You let them take steroids to save your sport, and then you're like, no. Then you out them as steroid users and put a freaking pariah behind it. They're not in the Hall of Fame. By the way, let me tell you one damn thing. You still got to hit the damn ball. Steroids don't make you hit the ball. Mark McGwire was still one of the best hitters of all time. Same as Barry Bonds. Steroids don't make you hit the ball. They don't. You still have to be able to hit the ball. Now, pitching-wise, maybe Rogers threw faster because of it. But either way, exactly. So I have a problem with the MLB. I have a problem with the MLB having such a problem with steroids when what saved the sport was the steroid era. And now you want to be like, oh, but Barry Bonds shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Mark McGwire shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Sammy Sosa, I don't know if he'd be in there even if they allowed steroid players. I think Sammy was more borderline. Roger Clemens, we don't want him in the Hall of Fame. What? If I was voting for Hall of Fame, I'd vote for him. I'd vote for him. Now, if you got caught taking steroids more recently, I'd say about since they actually suspended players for it, then I might be different on it. But either way. And then again, you have David Ortiz, which there's questions about him taking steroids, but he's in the Hall of Fame. Albert Pujols, I think he was clean, but who knows, right? Who knows? 11 minutes in. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, but it would be dead if the steroid era never happened anyway. So, do that what you will. Yeah. He isn't in the Hall of Fame. Well, you can't use steroids nowadays or you'll get caught. But either way, I think Judge is, and you know what? I'll be honest. I think Judge is 100% clean. Like, I don't think he's a steroid user. Even though, of course, it's harder to get away with it, I don't think Judge uses steroids. I think Judge is 100% clean. Like, I think he's a 100% clean player. Judge is just, even though he's a Yankee, the dude is just a freak of nature. And I mean that as a player. His style, well, his abilities are just freakish. It just is. Same with Stanton, but either way. I'm sure Pete Rose will be in the Hall of Fame now that they lifted his ban, but as a player, for what he did as a player, yeah, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. As a person, no. But as a player, the Hit King, I'm glad they allowed his ban. They lifted his ban now that he's dead. But he's still the Hit King. Is Pete Rose a piece of shit person? Yeah. Yeah, but that's not what gets you in the Hall of Fame. It's what you do on the field. '13th minute, 1-0. Yeah. I don't like the Yankees, but I think Judge is completely clean. Same as Stanton. Stanton's completely clean, too. Now, the torpedo bats, on the other hand. But Judge never used those. I mean, I don't like the Yankees, but I'll tell you straight up, Judge is clean. And Stanton. '14th minute. I mean, besides the torpedo bat, yeah. I think Jazz is a clean player as well. I think most players are clean nowadays. Like, I don't think there's a player using steroids that we don't know about, especially one of the big names. I don't think they just let that happen. This is different. I think Jazz is clean. I wouldn't say he's a big player, but, you know, the torpedo bat, though. But other than that, those are legal. Header, goal! Goal for PSG! Wait, offside. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was like, really? Other than his torpedo bat. Well, but you do realize the NL East is an absolute bloodbath. I don't think the Reds make a wild card spot. They're a good team this year comparatively to whenever before, but compared to before, you know, recently, it's starting to come together. But playoff team, the NL East is a bloodbath. And the West, yeah, the Reds ain't making the wild card. Goal kick for Ustadi. If it wasn't for the West and East, you'd be a wild card team. Hell, the Cardinals aren't that bad. And they still won't make the playoffs. I want Ollie Marmol fired anyway, so. Yeah. I'd say most players are clean. Offside, yep. 16th minute, 1-0. PSG's absolutely dominated Miami. I'm surprised it ain't 2 or 3 yet. This is the real Miami, but they at least got out of the group stage, so. People expected this. Shot! Wide. Yep, he's Greek. He's Greek. What is it? Trying to remember. Either way. Yeah, it was obviously offside. Messi ghosting. I'm not surprised. They're not even going to give Messi a chance to score a goal, which, you know what? Smart play. And Noah Allen's hurt. Speaking of, he's hurt. Joey Votto Hall of Fame case. I like Joey Votto. I think he's an awesome player. I wish he played for the Jays last year, the actual Blue Jays. But, no. Joey Votto is on the borderline. I think he's a Hall of Famer, but I think he's on the borderline. Joey Votto is a Hall of very good player who's just, he could get in. He couldn't, but no, barely. FA Cup. FA Cup. FA or EFL Cup. They're not winning the Champions League. Top 3 in the Prem, which is not a trophy, but, you know, top 3 in the Prem. Quarterfinals of the Champions League. EFL or FA Cup. I'm happy. And semifinals are further of this. And I'm happy. They're not winning the Champions League. They're not going to win the Prem either. Aviles on for Allen. Top 3 in the Prem. Give me an FA or EFL Cup. One of the two, if not both, but one of the two. Go to the semifinals of the Club World Cup. Quarterfinals are further the Champions League. I'm good. I'm good with that. That's about my level. I say top 3. No shot. João Pedro. Miami's age is showing. I mean, I say top 3 is challenging for the Prem. I say top 3 is challenging for the Prem, in my opinion. So, yes, I say they will. Top 3 is challenging for the Prem in my book, within about 10 points of the top. I mean, okay, yeah, some top 3s aren't others. There are some top 3s that aren't challenging for the Prem. But if you're like 10 points, 10 to 12 points away from the top, I'd say that's close. But they sort of were challenging for the Prem last year. So, for at least half of it. Okay, he's injured. Okay, that's awesome. Cherry pie sounds amazing. Wonderful. Yep. You might be down a man at some point. Liverpool want Crystal Palace to lower their price for Gahey. They want 45, 50 million, but Liverpool want them to lower the price. Well, Liverpool's got to pay the English tax. I mean, what'd you expect? Cross through. Blocked. Cleared away. Corner. Well, I just said, not every third place is created equal. That's one of them. That's one of them. Doué. Cross. Header. Wait. Oh, yes. Okay. Save. Offside. Apples sounds amazing. Pumpkins. I mean, I don't really like pumpkin spice or pumpkin pie. So if I picked a pumpkin, it would only be to carve it, which that's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time. Apples, though? Yeah. They won a 70, turned down 60. True, but again, look at the flag he represents. Also, look at the club he plays at. I think that answers everything. But if Real Madrid went and pulled... Nope. Actually, no, I don't think they have. Yeah, true. Suarez looking frustrated as... Oh, Hakimi cross! Brought down. Neves has the goal. Vitinha. My God, Miami. I can't believe it's more, not even more than one. This should be more than one. I'll think about it. At least they'll be playing in Europe. Mascherano fraud. Yes. Yes. I'm not saying Tata's better, but Mascherano is a fraud. Yes. He didn't even do that good with the U23s of Argentina. I mean, Doué versus Weingart. Shot! Kvaratskhelia wide. Yep. Yeah, but it's not the same, though. It's not exactly the same. I mean, yeah, the free contract, the free transfer is the same, but it's not the same. Trent grew up a Liverpool player. Konate didn't. Like, it's not the same. I don't think Konate would be booed as bad either. Like, Konate got brought in. Like, that's like, okay, it is what it is. Trent got booed because he's from Liverpool. And he chose Madrid over his boyhood club and planned it. Here comes Miami. Blocked away. So I don't think it's the same situation. I mean, yeah, the free contract is the same. The team's the same, but I don't think the situation's the same because Trent is a whole different, at least the booing, at least the hatred, different situation. Trent is a Liverpool kid, came from the academy. And they might do it to Miami. Oh, they might do it again. Well, this isn't the final, but this is Miami, but they might do it again. It might happen again. Ironically enough, I know it's not Milan, but work with me here. And it's not the final, but work with me here. Work with me here. 10 mil at least is something. Hey, as long as you're winning games, I guess that's what matters. But when Canada does it, you say we can't win, right? Just win the damn game. Shot blocked away. See, that's my problem. When Canada does it, you're like, oh, they do really suck. But when Mexico does it, it's like, oh, well, why are they winning games by easy goals or mistakes? But you won't complain about them doing it, though. Weird. 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 Kavara's cooking this bum. Yep. I'm just saying. Trade endeavors for Verts. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe because you barely spend before this summer. They're actually backing Slot. Oh, save. They're actually backing Arne Slot. They never backed Klopp. Not like this. Jurgen Klopp is probably sitting there like, what the hell? Which was funny because guess who was in the F1 paddock today? Speaking of, Jurgen Klopp was at the V-Carb garage. Not even Red Bull was their second team. He was sitting at the V-Carb garage. He was in the V-Carb garage. I mean, okay. It is a Red Bull team, but it was their second team. Either way, that shocked me. Like, I was watching, I'm like, Jurgen Klopp at the V-Carb garage? I don't know what was more surprising. Jurgen Klopp at the V-Carb garage instead of the Red Bull garage, or Jurgen Klopp at an F1 race in the garage. I don't know what surprised me more. V-Carb. Visa Cash App Red Bulls. The attack is over. He is. Yeah, I agree. It's V-Carb. V-Carb. Visa Cash App Red Bull. Or RB. V-Carb. Who says Visa Cash App Red Bull all the time? I don't. V-Carb. Buh. Buh. Yeah, well, we know he's ass. We've been saying he's ass for months. Yeah, I agree with that. Also, the decisions need to be more public. Even though, well, Everton got hit 10 points and still stayed up, so. Fair enough. Yep. Well, they actually pulled the ladder up. The problem with PSR is like Man City did all the bullshit they did, and Chelsea, I won't even lie. And then they voted for PSR to come in and they just pulled the ladder up on like Newcastle and all that. It should be. I would say it should be. Mexico got a reprieve playing Honduras over Panama for sure. They still should have won either of them. Yeah. I was talking about Formula One, which I just watched that earlier. So people are here, but not during the Formula One. Okay. Hopefully the Vegas, maybe I'll do the Vegas Grand Prix 10 p.m. on a freaking October Saturday or something. Maybe that's better. Maybe 7 a.m. was too early for y'all. Yeah, well, true, but they used to before. Both Chelsea and Man City, yes. No, we were talking about the V-Carb Red Bull team, the second team of their F1. What, should I just say Toro Rosso? What, should I just say Toro Rosso? Would that have been more obvious? I mean, I actually felt sorry for him. Funnily enough, I actually felt sorry for him, which is crazy. I did not expect that. Like, Kimi Antonelli just running at the back of him and taking him out. Like, I mean, it didn't help Charles Leclerc. It didn't help him. Like, Verstappen was already at 7th place on the grid, and he got taken out anyway. Like, that's nuts. That's nuts. I actually felt sorry for him. Then Yuki went nuts, crashing 2 guys and got a penalty for it. Which you can't get away for it twice. Yeah. Well, I mean, Yeah, me too. I mean, it sucks there's a Japanese driver on the grid and he's in such a bad car. Like, we know Yuki's talented. That's the thing. Like, the AlphaTauri, the Red Bull second car, the Toro Rosso, the AlphaTauri. He was awesome. He was good. Cleared away. Like, he was good there. But this Red Bull car is, one, built to max. Second of all, they just absolutely, sacrifice their second driver to the lore of Max Verstappen. It's horrible. It's horrible. Like, I don't want to see Isaac Hadjar drive the Red Bull next year. I don't. The main Red Bull, I don't. Liam Lawson, I don't. Well, we already know what happened there. And who's to say? Max might go to Mercedes anyway, which... If Max leaves Red Bull, the main Red Bull team is going to be a back marker. They're screwed, no matter who they put there, unless they build a car, which next year they'd definitely be screwed because they still built the car for Max. So I don't... They're going to be with all those guys. Flamengo versus Bayern, I hope that one's more competitive. They were parking the bus, trying to CONCACAF Mexico. Yeah, but I mean, I watch F1, Indy, and NASCAR. I got into F1 first, but I watch all three. So, I watch all three. So, I prefer F1, actually. Over the top, PSG. Shot, blocked off the line. That really should have been 2, but okay. Took an extra step. That's not good enough. Canada. Canada versus Guatemala is what I'm doing. I'm doing Canada. They're both at 3. I'm doing Canada. Somebody call me a donkey. Come on. I didn't see him make a mistake, so I guess so. Yeah, he did. Well, they had one attack. Miami had one attack. I wouldn't say that one was totally his fault. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Yep. Also one that can actually run. But yeah, they should have kept Campana. 1-0 PSG. Canada's 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. Am I worried about Canada today? No. I'm not worried till they go down. 1-0 PSG. Miami's done nothing except one attack. They should be losing by 3, if not more. This is an ass kicking. If they keep this close, that's crazy. If this is somehow still 1-0 at the half, that's honestly really good for them, Miami. Miami should have kept Joseph Martinez. I agree. But Messi wanted Suarez. But then again, you could have 2 good strikers on one team because San Jose has Joseph and Chicho Arango. So, and then they just end up getting rid of Campana as well for some reason, which is just, I don't know. I think the USA is more likely to get upset than Canada. If I'm being real. They could, yeah. I mean, that's why you play the games. And there's only 90 minutes, then to penalties if it's tied. But, you know, truthfully, I still see the USA getting upset before Canada does. Probably on penalties, but referee talking to Weingart, 37th minute. Honestly, I'm shocked. Cross in. Header. I'm honestly shocked. I mean, Honduras never got put away. Panama was playing with their food. They got what they deserved, but I'm shocked. No. I mean, he was amazing until he got his ACL torn. That was still like 3 seasons. And he had a really good season at Miami when he went to Miami. That Montreal season sucked, but, I mean, we're not surprised. He's looking somewhat good at San Jose. So, no, I still think he has his moments. Yeah. Yeah. Well, not Giroux himself, but Guatemala lost Hagen. He was their only chance to pretty much advance. Canada's going to feast. Well, Guatemala's still going to park the bus, but I think you're right, especially if it goes to penalties. I think we should be fine there. They kind of have to. I think Guatemala has to win outright now. Playing forward. 2-0 PSG. João Neves with a second goal. Played into him and he taps it in. 2-0. Header and then the tap in front of the goalie. João Neves. 2-0. PSG. That's that. That was so bad. 2-0. Ball played in. Fabian Ruiz crosses it. Boom. Falcon got cooked. Boom. Falcon got cooked. João Neves with another goal. $2-0. Lol. Boom. Well, I could just throw this one after the video's over. Boom. Well, the review. There you go. 39th minute. 39th minute. 2-0 Dos Acero. Miami. Bye, Miami. Thanks for coming. Yep. Oh, Suarez actually was pressing. Nobody's there to get to Pacho. So this is how it ends for Miami. Yep. It's not like I'm surprised, though. 40th minute. They weren't getting past this game. You're acting like this was the final. Thank you for saving football. Y'all tried, I guess. Hey, at least they made the knockout stage. I didn't even predict that. No. I don't even like Miami like that. They're just good for my numbers. Messi playing is just good for my numbers. I could give a shit less about them. Dude, you wouldn't say that if I could actually say how I really feel about Miami. I can't do that, though, because then I'd piss off the Messi fans. So, I say I'll just act like I like them. They're honestly heels at this point. The dude has the yips. That's what my thoughts are. So, nah, I ain't crying. Nah, I ain't crying. Either way, City Madrid finals, what I want. Probably going to be City PSG. .42 minute. Playing forward. Getting to the second half or halftime. .43 minute. Cello about to get a red card. Yeah, the way Miami's playing. Shit, they may be down 3 men by the time this game's over, the way they're playing. .43 minute. 2-0. How much worse could it get? It'll be funny if Seattle did better against PSG than Miami will. That'd be funny. Just imagine the meme Monday tomorrow if that happens. 44th minute. .44th minute. Over the bar. Oh, it is a 3-0 goal. Oh, no. It is the goal. 3-0. I thought that went over. I got optical illusioned. Hakimi. Ball crossed in. Boom. Off the shoulder and in. Just nonchalant. Nonchalant. Doué with a cross. Off the shoulder of Fabian Ruiz. Might have went off. No, it went off the arm of Aviles, actually. Own goal, Miami. Tomas Aviles. Own goal. Own goal, own goal, own goal. 45th minute. Miami can only foul. He's offside. It was an own goal anyway. Lol. They probably, I don't know. They may have done better. I don't know. Unlucky. Yep. Own goal for Aviles. Tomas Aviles, own goal. Yep. 3 minutes of stoppage time. .3-0, 3-0. It was an own goal anyway, so doesn't that like pull back the offside anyway? It was an own goal anyway. Auto goal. Like punish the defense, like offside anyway, or own goal anyway, so it doesn't matter. Do with that what you will. Well, Greg Berhalter's going to be at the USA's Gold Cup game today. I agree with that. But David Beckham. 1:30, halfway through stoppage time. 2 minutes in. Last minute of the half. Exactly. Shot off the crossbar and in. 4-0. Hakimi. 4-0. PSG 4 in the half. Oh my God. This is worse than anybody could have imagined. Barcola. Shot off the crossbar, tapped in by Hakimi. Got the rebound himself. It just said, oh, boom. Let me just scooch right past you. Boom. Off the crossbar, and then boom. 4-0. Jesus. Jesus. Guaranteed 7-0. Jesus. 3 more goals in the second half. Let's go. Jesus. $45 plus 3. This is a humiliation ritual. 4-0, 4-0, medio tiempo, 4-0 at the half for PSG. This is a humiliation ritual. I still have to finish the second half. Comedy of errors. Comedy of a goal to concede. Yep. Jesus! There was 4 of them! There was 4 of them. I still have to watch the second half of this. I hope the Gold Cup games are better. Well, with that being said, second half. Yep. And he might be gone after this. They're like, oh, we're going to announce the news of his possible extension after the Club World Cup. Yeah, like that's going to stand. Yeah, that's going to stand after this bullshit. Yeah, sure. Sure. But we have the second half. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, and watch more of this massacre. No. With that being said, sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats of the half. Probably will. I think him winning the Democratic primary pretty much says he's winning the mayoral election. It's New York. It's like Chicago. The real election's the Democratic primary. It's New York. At least St. Louis, well, who are we kidding? At least St. Louis is nonpartisan. I think. Hold on. I think it used to be. Hold on. But it's Democrat. Yeah, nonpartisan, but it's still Democrat. But in theory, you know, in theory, right? With that being said, stats of the half for the Miami game. 73% possession to 27% possession. 10 shots to 0. 6 shots on goal to 0. We have 340 accurate passes, 94% to 107, 81%. Hey, they had 107 passes, Miami. 6 fouls to 8. I'm surprised. 4 corners to 0, 10 shots to 0, 6 shots on goal to 0. We have 360 passes to 132. We have 4 throws to 5, 3 offside to 1, 0 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0. I'm shocked there's no red cards yet. 4-0. For me, Miami's getting, well, it's not just for me. Miami's getting massacred. Miami's getting massacred by PSG. This is the worst. This is the worst it could have been. Like, this is worse than my whole expectation of what could have happened. My worst case scenario for this game. They might just lose 6, 7, 8-0. And they would deserve it, Miami. They would deserve to lose 6, 7, or 8-0. Like, this is horrible. This is just sad. This is sad. Point blank period. This is sad. Sad, sad, sad. I mean, they're just getting owned. Owned. What? How is that? How is that crying? How? I didn't expect something this bad. I didn't expect 7-0 at the end of a game, 4-0 at the half. How is that crying? I ain't crying for Miami. I kind of find it funny. I kind of find it funny. As I told you, I don't give a shit about these guys. Well, I got to keep the Messi fans happy. I can't say what I feel about Miami. But I ain't sad for them. Why would I? It's not like this happened to Toronto. Then I would cry. I'm not sad for Miami. I ain't sad for Miami. I ain't sad for them. So, do with that what you will. We got 45 more minutes. Well, San Diego, yes. Philadelphia, probably. Against a team like PSG, yeah. Yep, but this bad, though? this bad, though, I think nobody expected that part. Second half. Starting, waiting for the second half. 1 minute to the start of the second half. Okay, that was funny. 45 more minutes. Second half about to start. Here we go. How much worse could it get for Miami? Oh, God. Second half. My team sucks so bad. How is it our best squad season was back in 2016? We can't capitalize on it. I hate the fact the Hunt family care more about Patrick Mahomes and money, not about the club. 7-0 loading. It pisses me off. I want him out. I don't blame you. Like, they only care about Patrick Mahomes and Super Bowls. Even if Dallas was good, they still wouldn't care, which they had a good season. They still didn't care. Yeah. Second half, here we go. We're off. 45 more minutes of football. And let's see how much Miami gets humiliated by. How much more? "45th minute. Lucas Beraldo's on for PSG at the half. Zaire Emery as well. Oh, yeah, they're just starting to sub on other players, yeah. Exactly. It's absolutely a one-team game. I can't believe Miami has more than 100 passes. And complete, too. Complete and full-on passes. Like, attempts and complete. I'm surprised they have above 100. "47th minute. "47th minute. "48th minute. 4-0. PSG hasn't scored yet. Again, I should say. But, you know, we'll watch and see. Then we have Gold Cup, of course. Header cleared away. Well, yep, Porto blocked Eustachio's Canada release. Get out! Clown of the week, Javier Mascherano. Have we given it this week? No, I don't think so. Yeah, Javier Mascherano's clown of the week. Get out. Or wait. Get out! There you go. Get out! That's my advice. Clown of the week. How we doing, Henry? Save Stoddy. Clown of the week. Get out! Playing forward. What are they doing? PSG. 50th minute. Save. Because he's the clown of the week. Losing 2-0. Hey, Seattle played PSG and only lost 2-0. So we already have, oh, by the way, PSG is not Miami. PSG, or I should say Seattle's not Miami. Seattle sucks comparatively to Miami. Or at least they're less glazed. It should have been the other way around. Miami. Seattle looked like they had a fight. I know Seattle was actually playing at their own home stadium. That doesn't matter. I don't care. Not in this case. Seattle showed fight. Seattle showed heart. Corner for Segovia. Short, of course. Messi. Top of the box. Segovia, that's out. Like, your clown of the week, because Seattle already showed you could fight PSG and still lose, but lose with class and pride. Miami ain't doing that. They're supposed to be better. Clown of the week. So pissed off. Soccer guy's so pissed off he's ranting in Spanish. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Don't blame him. $53rd minute. To me, when it comes down to it, clown of the week, because Seattle showed fight. Seattle showed fight. Seattle showed heart. Seattle looked like they could actually get something out of their game against PSG. And they were already eliminated. Why would he be? I know he played for PSG, but he didn't care about that club. He didn't care about that club. I think clown of the week is fair for Mascherano. Seattle showed you could fight PSG and win, or I should say lose with class. Miami's better than Seattle. They should be losing with class too. But no. Damn, I'm so sorry for your loss, man. So sorry for your loss. I'm right there. I'm right there with you. As you know. I'm right there with you. It's crazy. 700 people mourning, though. That's crazy. That shows you how much she was loved. That shows you how much she was loved. And I think that means a lot. Man, I'm praying for your family. I'm sending my condolences. I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. But, hey, 700 people mourning. If that was just for your grandma, she was loved. She was very loved. If that's any solace, I hope that is. I hope that is any solace. I think it is personally, but I think it is solace. But well, again, just shows she was loved, though. A big party shows she was loved. But again, I mean, yeah, celebrating life is better than being sad. Miami needs defense. How have they not invested in defense at this point? Oh, right, because they relied on Messi and friends like every casual fan does. They think one player will solve everything. Yeah, that's why they look fraudulent, especially when they play bigger competition. But again, yeah, I mean, I understand that. Like, celebrating life is better than being sad. Like, yeah, it hurts to see somebody that's dear to you pass. But what you should do is celebrate their life. Like, especially if it's just natural causes. Especially if it's like, hey, they were old. It was their time. Like, what else can you do? I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you. As you know. As well, were you here at halftime of the Canada game like last weekend? As you know, I'm right there with you. It's shot save. It's not when it's a raw feeling, when it's a new feeling, it doesn't feel. It feels weird. So it does. And you never, well, shot over the bar. But again, I'm right there with you. So 58th minute, 4-0 for PSG corner. Header. So basically, speaking of right there with you, whenever you see me in a different room for the MLS All-Star game and skills competition, I have not moved yet. That's a hotel room, Mississippi. So, because again, my grandmother on my mom's side passed last week. We're going to have her celebration of life the week of the All-Star game, the MLS All-Star game. So, yeah. So everybody could get there. It's a little bit late, so everybody could get there. I mean, 3 weeks later is kind of crazy, but she was cremated anyway, so I guess, really. Either way, 59th minute. I mean, I don't know who to believe. The news or Poch saying he didn't talk to him. I don't know what to believe. 60th minute. So it is what it is. But if he did talk to him, that's maybe he just answered he didn't talk to him to make things go away. Because you can't sit here, Messi loses the ball. You can't sit here and be like, hey, yeah, I talked to him. That makes you look bad. Like, yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he was trying to look for a way out of the U.S. men's national team with how it's gone. But you can't just go and say you're looking for a way out. How we doing, Rory? Well, that's a really good life. Living to your 90s, that's a really good life. In that case, you really can just, all you really can do is celebrate it. Like, yeah, if somebody dies young, then, I mean, yeah, celebrate what they meant to you, but it's sort of it hurts more. I think when somebody lives a life that long, all you really can do is celebrate it. It's like, all you really can do is celebrate it. So it's where it is. 4-0, 61st minute. Messi is so bad. Today, for sure, Miami are getting destroyed. Oh, they are putting on Dembele. 4-0, they're putting on Dembele. All right. Not the way I would have played it, but okay. Yep. I don't even know if I want Messi to score a goal this game. Neves is off for Dembele. They've put him on. I hope he doesn't get hurt. I hope this wasn't a bad idea. I hope he stays healthy and nothing bad happens during this match for him. But 62nd minute. Oh, won't you look at that? Ferrari's back over Mercedes for the Constructors' Championship. Well, playing forward. Jordan Kyrou. Okay. That would be a good trade for the Habs. I don't know about the Blues, but, you know. I just started today. Watching F1, I've been watching it for a while. Chose to go live for a Grand Prix today. That was the first one that I covered. But I've been watching for a couple, 5 years now. I've been watching for 5 years now. But covering it, I've never done a cricket stream, though. But I've been watching F1 for 5 years. I just haven't covered it. I haven't done one live. So, Kvaratskhelia versus Weingart. Shot it, and it went over. Yes. But I might do more. Hey, you know what? A party still sounds fun, though, in my opinion. I mean, I watch cricket, but I've never done one live. Just like I haven't done an F1 Grand Prix live on this channel until today. Now, will I do a cricket game live on this channel? Probably not. Probably not, unless, like, Canada plays a big... Like, hey, Canada tests with England or something, then maybe I will. But... then again, you don't know how long those games will go anyway. So do with that what you will. 65th minute. And I barely covered basketball, too. I thought he was solid last night. I thought he was solid. I don't think anybody on Mexico looked bad last night. Would have been hard to. But I thought he looked solid last night. Mora? Yeah, no, I think he looked solid. I think he looked solid. Wouldn't say start, but he looked solid. Well, I wouldn't say he should start every time, but he looked solid. Good squad player for now. Gilberto Mora, yeah. Mora, yeah. Miami's so trash. But yeah, more, as I said, solid. Solid. Played solidly. Like, lacrosse. Like, I'd cover lacrosse. Hey, if somebody paid me, I'd cover lacrosse. You know? I like lacrosse. It's hard to... I understand it enough, but yeah, lacrosse. I don't know how niche that is, but I wouldn't say it's that niche, but I'd say it's more niche than cricket and rugby, but probably lacrosse. Curling. Oh, well, yeah. Well, there you go. Curling, yeah. I would do that for free. Hey, depending on how the Olympics look, I might do that shit for free. You said paying audience, though. Swimming, speed skating, curling, of any Olympic sports from both sides, besides football and basketball and hockey. Yeah, no, I'd do that for free. I'd do curling for free or speed skating. You know, I like speed skating as well. I'll do that for free. You know, I'll do that for free. You said paying. I really don't have no reason to do lacrosse if somebody doesn't pay. But curling, I'll do that for free. Maybe I'll do the freaking curling finals from the Olympics next year, depending. Maybe. Also hockey at the Olympics. Why? I'm not suffering. Shot over the bar. I'm not suffering. I'm just watching the game. I love it. It's like Pepita's like he's crying. I'm not crying. Hernandez and Kong-in coming on for PSG. Suffering? I'm not suffering. Suffering is when your AC's out. You're freaking baking and sweating in freaking almost 90-degree temperatures. That's suffering. Which I did do that on camera. '69th minute. Yep. Well, I mean, definitely for the Toronto games. Now that's suffering. Now that's suffering. This, not so much. This, not so much. If it was my actual team, yeah, it would be suffering, but this is not. USA, I could see Costa Rica beating. I don't think they get past Canada. I could see Costa Rica winning today. I really could. On penalties, but I could. Without extra time, I could see it. I think Costa Rica could hold this USA side for 90 minutes and then win on penalties. I could see it happening, even with the players they've lost. Now, I don't think they beat Canada, Costa Rica. I think Canada would beat them, and then we see what happens with Mexico. But we'll find out later today. 70th minute. Yeah. '71st minute. Huh? 71st minute. So, we got 4-0. And some reason it's not gotten worse. I guess good for PSG. It hasn't gone worse. We got a 2 and 8, 2 and 8 for the next 2 days. Okay. '72nd minute. Playing forward, saved by Ustadi. '72nd minute. '73rd minute. 4-0. I mean, PSG, I can't believe they haven't scored since the half. This whole second half, they haven't scored. If only Miami could have done that for the first half. Cross in. Header, Allende saved. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, yeah. Also, because Vegas doesn't want to get hit with a freaking tampering charge, they better make the deal. Because if they don't, they're going to get hit with a tampering charge. So, I'll take it, though. Playoff performer instead of Marner. Also, but I'll take it. Kromashki on for Miami. I'll take it. Yeah. Enjoy Marner. Yes. By the way, Isaiah, enjoy Marner. Enjoy Marner. You're going to have fun. You won't. Enjoy Marner on Vegas. You won't. At least by the time the playoffs start, you won't. Playing forward, 76th minute. Exactly. But we still have Scott Lawton, though, so... Do we play him as a 4C or I don't know. Or does Lawton be the 4C? I don't know. Be good to have 4 serviceable centers for the top, all 4 lines. That'd be good. Who's the worst player today? Weingart. Aviles with the own goal. Weingart. I'd say anybody on Miami. Anybody the defense in Miami. Anybody. Take your pick. I say Weingart. Take your pick. Out of all the trash ones. Who's TFC's best player? Alonso Coelho. Alonso Coelho. Honestly, I think it's Alonso Coelho. Playing forwards, Miami. Cross in, headed away. Worst player? Out of TFC's worst players, I'm going to say Rolstead. Yeah, Rolstead. Or Oso at this point. Playing forward. Wide. 78th minute. Now, this game. I mean, maybe, but why would you re-sign Brock Nelson then? Well, I guess to have his rights. But again, I mean, Toronto wants Kadri back. He's going somewhere. Toronto could trade for Kadri back. I'd be happy. So I understand your feeling. It's worse than I expected. I had PSG winning, but this is worse than I expected. Yeah, didn't they draw? That shocked me. Suarez just washed. They didn't win. It is a friendly, though. – 79th minute, playing forward. They could have kept pushing the gas pedal. What, like they're Max Verstappen? Playing forward. Blocked away. You know what? They have humility. You know what? I respect it. They have humility. 79th minute. Cross in. Header. Messi saved! It'd be sad if Messi got a goal. You know? '80th minute. 10 minutes to go. If there's any stoppage time, these refs are evil. These refs are evil if there's any stoppage time. So, with that being said, '81st minute, 4-0. 82nd minute, 4-0 for PSG. Well, hey, you know what? Good for him. 81st minute. Eight minutes plus stoppage time. Well, I would hope there's no stoppage time. These refs would be evil. But what do I know? Playing forward. Then we'll review the game once it's over. Yeah. It was always going to be hard for Miami to beat the champions of Europe. $83rd minute. I think I got enough. One pink Miami shirt, one black Miami shirt. I'm good. I do like some of the Miami Vice colors, but no. By the time I get it, it'll be useless. If Messi ends up leaving, especially after this bullshit, it'll be useless. I mean, they're still going to be covered, right? I have no reason to wear their damn jersey when I cover them. Well, unless that's the only one I have. But, you know, I guess it won't be completely useless, but like what? Every damn week it seems like I'm doing something that I have to wear a Miami shirt for. So, that's not the case. $85th minute. Good. I think that's good for y'all. They came out with Dolphins colorways. Yeah, it was last year. They're doing Miami Vice this year. 85th minute. 4-0. $86th minute. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. I don't blame you. Yep. You know what? Can somebody use that, like, Lewis Hamilton meme of this race was shit, but put Messi on it and then make, like, pink typing and say this game was shit? Somebody do that? Yeah. This game was shit. Free kick for PSG. '87th minute. Messi, actually a free kick. Watch this be a consolation. Messi free kick. Messi free kick. Can he score one? If he does, I swear. Messi free kick. From his area, too. Shot blocked off the wall. Just nothing's going right at all, eh? 88th minute. One minute to go. Miami's coach for man of the match. You mean clown of the week. You mean clown of the week. 89th minute. Clown, clown, clown of the week, of the week. 90th minute. Kvaratskhelia. Blocked. 90th minute. How much stoppage time are we going to get? Just blow the damn whistle. Corner. Like, are we really going to 2 minutes? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Somewhat evil, but not bad. Four 0. 4-0. 2 minutes. One minute. 4-0. All the Brazilian fans are milking it. Well, why wouldn't they? 110. 1:30 seconds. Well, no, people expected less than 5. I said 3-1 PSG, of course. I thought Messi would score, though. He didn't do that. Restructure all of MLS. I agree. Get rid of all the rules. Get rid of the cap. Full-time 4-0. That's that. 4-0 esta noche. With that being said, there you go. 4-0, 4-0. Miami are out of the tournament, but people expected that. With that being said, can't believe PSG didn't score the second half. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification while subscribe. Send chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you at 3 o'clock Central, 4 Eastern for Canada versus Guatemala. So a couple of hours. But, of course, the review for this game will come out first. But I'll see you later. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. Congratulations, PSG. Felicidades, PSG. Commiserations, Miami. Peace.